Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States here on a Friday morning. It is a little bit past 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that can only mean that it's time for some Buffooncraft SMP. And I'd like to kick things off by welcoming in the one and only Flying Villager! And of course, that other buffoon, Real Foolish Sage. Welcome on in, my fellow buffoons. You ought to be able to see the auto shoutouts up there for them, for each of them. Please go check them out the next time they are streaming. Happy Friday, everyone. Okay, let's crack things open here. So our friends are visiting us from Taiwan. Slancha indeed, Slancha Atancha. Our friends from Taiwan are visiting us, so we had an evening out with them, well, over at their Airbnb Airbnb last evening, and it was super cool. So fun to see them. So if I absent-mindedly slip into Chinese-speaking mode at any point, excuse me, I'll snap back. It's just that, you get used to that after a little while when you hang around them so much. All right, let's get logged in here. And let's switch the scene over. We have to make certain that we do that. Okay, that looks good to me. And of course, before Constable Star logs in and scolds me, let us make certain that we do that. Okay, there we go. Gotta love that I fixed my schedule and next stream I skipped it. Okay. But you know what? People are allowed to do that. It's not etched in stone, villager. Hey there. Let's see what's going on outside. Let's poke our head outside the workshop here. All right. Panning the camera slowly as to not induce motion sickness. All right. You know what? It's weird because the sun's position in the sky almost corresponds with the IRL position of the IRL sun in the IRL sky over here. It's cool, kind of cool. I'm banning myself from the server. The sin is too grave. You do you, villager. I think I've just about had enough of this. Gastonio, I need you. You are needed, my little marshmallow friend. You think Yeah, I did. I nailed it. Nice. That should be a redeem, by the way. So, I just now felt as if 1,000 Novas cried out in relief. With 1,000 typos. Okay. You know what? I'm ready to move on from the pit and stuff. This is fine. He would misspell his own sigh. He would. You know what would be funny is if he typoed typo. Typo inception. I have my fair share of typos, not misspellings. Extremely rare that I actually misspell something. Mistype things, though, all the time. That's why they're called typos and not spellos. So I'm ready to move on from the pit and the pit rim and stuff. You know what? This is good enough. This is good enough. I mean, he has his own YouTube misspelled on his starting screen since forever. I never noticed that. I'm sure he's grateful that you have brought that to all of our attention there, Sage. Grateful being in quotes, of course. So I'm going to do two more things. I'm going to finish the fins down the back. Thing number one to do. Well, actually, kind of three things. I'm going to finish the fins down the back. Then I'm going to clean up. All right, we'll take all this nonsense off the head. We'll remove the beacon and the conduit. Just do a general cleaning up. And then that's the second thing. And then the third thing is we install the eyes. That's going to be a heck of a stream. That's going to be fun. I might, I don't know. I might just do one of the eyes on stream and then do the other off stream. Maybe. Maybe. And then you know what? It's time to move on from this. It's time to move on from this. I think I have probably never mismanaged time more on a build than I have with this. This is an absolute travesty of time mismanagement. Time to move on, people. I'm feeling it. I could do more things to the pit rim here and stuff, but you know what? No. No. I feel this is going to have to be good enough. We need to walk away from this. We really do. It is not healthy to languish on this forever. We must move on. I brought it to his attention multiple times. I'm going to call it out every stream from now on without telling him what I'm talking about. Seems like he already knows. Probably kind of a reverse troll by just leaving it there. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to finish out this fin with the chosen palette. And then maybe the fins below that, because this fin will probably, it's going to be bigger than the others, right? And they'll get bigger as they go down, right? In an homage to the big G himself, Godzilla. And so we will build this fin out. And then the fins down here, I'm thinking on just making them out of these materials. So they get darker as they go down into the pit, to try to add some sort of gradient. It's not that it's easier to do than this or anything. This isn't bad. I already have the materials for this and stuff. Not too bad. But I just want the fins to look like they're darker and darker as they go down and stuff. So, yeah. So I think we can spend this stream doing that. We can start to bring back and store a lot of these items, do some inventory management, break some of this stuff down, and then transport back to this area, if we don't already have it, some of these materials that are needed, right? A lot of them may already be here. So we can swap out a lot of this stuff. So there's a lot of things we can bring back, like we don't need this. Yeah, okay. I think we're good with that. So let's just go through item by item here. Let's make sure we have all the glow lichen. We'll bring all of that back first. And we'll start doing the stuff we need to do here. Yeah, we've already been pretty good with our inventory management here. Let's also bring back the bone meal in the same container, because there's not a heck of a lot of it here. Or there shouldn't be. Right? A little bit of bones right there. A little bit right there. Some bone meal here. All right, that stuff's good. Yeah, let's do that. This one's good enough now. All right, and there should be some other things we definitely do not need. All right, we have an empty shulker. We're not going to need any more tough. We should be good with that. We'll just start ferrying this stuff back as much as we can. And I'm going to need some more shulkers soon. And some more sleeping. Absolutely. Okay, glow lichen. Do I have a spot for that in here? I don't think that I do. Let's do the sleeping thing first. And plus I need better lighting and stuff, so. Okay, cool. Yeah, and let's put that in the offhand so we get the lighting effect. That's good here, so you can all see what I'm looking at here. I've got a bit of glow lichen farm myself at my base if you need it, and I'm sure it's easier to find than Lone Star's was. Thanks. I'm just putting away the glow lichen that I have. Thank you very much. But I did come by to pinch some stone the other day. Sage. So I do appreciate that. Thanks. I misheard. Okay. I could also not have spoken clearly, too. I'm like halfway between English and Chinese zone right now, so... let's get that out of there. And let me see. Generic wood items right here. We should have some. Really, only one of the chests? You're kidding, right? I need at least two. All right. And let's do some pale forestry. There we go, with the signs and all of that. Okay, right. Because we tend to use a lot of this stuff. Oh my god, with the caps lock. Fuck! Okay, great. Shulker tough bricks. Shulker empty. What happened to the... Did I set it down already? Yes, I did, of course. If I weren't so old, that would actually be embarrassing, but I'm too old for embarrassment. Okay, that's cool. And then let me see, bony bits right here. That needs to be there. Right, there we go. Now the tough. Okay, let's put all the uncrafted tough in a shulker. And we'll save some room in that chest. There we go. A little something like that. Oh, actually, let's do this. Tough stuff right there. Okay, this is mostly the crafted stuff. That's how I want that to look. here? All the crafted stuff. Great. I might shulker this stuff as well. There, speak of Constable Star, there he is. You can all see the auto shout out up there for the mighty Lone Star. How you getting on, Lo? How are you getting on? Splash. Happy Friday. We have this here like this. Just some nice brainless inventory management to kick things off. Get the neurons firing, hopefully. It's a big ask nowadays. That was ask with a K at the end. Yeah, let's do something like that. And I do believe we know, well, we still do have some tough oak. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, it's a rainy night. It was a dark and stormy night. Good. You could not be better, actually. It is a dark and stormy night. Couldn't be better, thank you very much. As I mentioned earlier, our friends from Taiwan are visiting. They're at an Airbnb a few towns over. We had a good, right fine little crack last night. It was good. Yeah, we brought them out for a little bit of shopping. Not too much, not too heavy. But then I brought over some Belhaven wee heavies, and we pretty much just hung out at the Airbnb and just chewed the fat for the rest of the night. It was fun. Just a very, very relaxing time. I liked it. I don't get enough of that. So, and evidently neither do they. So, okay, I'm good with that. And I'm good with that. So right now, Mrs. Thunderhand is with both my friend Lewis and his daughter. And I can say his name because I can say that name because that's not his real name. That's his quote American name. Which is always kind of weird to me because it's a French name, but that's okay. But it's his non-Chinese name. But he and his daughter, he needs to update his international license over here to drive. She needs to get her license to drive because she'll be attending college here. And so Mrs. Thunderhand's out helping her with that right now. They're at the DMV in the town of their Airbnb right now. Taking the written test. Kachi's at school right now. So then next week we'll be at Disney with them for 2 days. We set them up with some rooms over at the Grand Hotel there. And in the California Adventure Park. So we'll be staying with them there for about 2 days and bringing them through the park like we always do. And that's going to be a lot of fun. It's just that we couldn't book the 2 rooms attached to each other like we wanted to originally. Because you can open up the doorways and connect the 2 rooms together, and it's just... You know, unfortunately, Biggity's not here. He's still up at his internship in Seattle. But, you know, it's the 3 of us and the 5 of them plus their friend So 6 of us, right? So there's 9 of us all together. It's just one huge crazy group. So it's going to be fun. Gonna be fun. All right, what else can we bring back here? Let's make a few more runs. I'm probably going to need some more shulkers here. But I do have to keep in mind some of this stuff here. It looks like I need the black glass, this type of blue glass. It looks like I need the black concrete, the black stone. I need some mud bricks. Ah, I shouldn't have brought the tough back so soon. Looks like I need the white glass. I think that's it. Keep some of the cobble, just in case I have to patch things here and there. What do we got here? So this is the cobbled, right? So let's just make a couple of junk runs and clean up some of this stuff. This should be all the cobble deep slate good. I'll do that and just get some of these odds and ends and bits and pieces here and there of this. Yeah, we can do that. Great. Ock, please, hands, please. That looks like it's pretty much set to go. This stuff we'll leave here. We'll bring this back, but we'll do that on another run. Wow. That's good. All right, let's just gather all the cobbled deep slate together. Let's do that. Like that. Okay, that's cool. Regular deep slate, no, we can bring all of that back with all of this and all of that. Cool. Okay, the cyan stained glass and the regular cyan dye, we'll keep that together. Here's some of the black glass here. I think that's good for right now. Well, let's make another run. My local Asian supermarket sent me an email informing me that I can buy a case of seaweed snacks for €10 instead of €55. So now I'm going down a rabbit hole of other stuff I might order as well. Kachi loves the seaweed snacks, by the way. He loves that. All right. We're going to need to... Okay, this is deep slate and crafted deep slate. Cobble deep slate. Okay, got it. Copper ore. Let's just cook that. Cook that and that. I think we're good with the rest of the stuff for right now. Let's incinerate that. Garbage. Got the plushies. Yeah, got plenty of those. Let's see. All clay items. Let's do that. And we should have tough stuff here somewhere. Or is that in the cave bits? Actually, I'm looking for the dripstone stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. I think that's in the cave items, though. Yeah, it probably is. In the lush cave stuff. I don't know. I don't think it should be, though. I think it should have its own container. Seems to make sense. Let's do this then. There's some of that. We could do some of this. Smelt down some of these ores. Do that. Let's see, what else? Right, we need to make another chest over here. What have I got to work with? Crafted oak, stripped oak, oak planks. Not enough to make with which to make a chest, but we can take care of that right now. Just craft some up. Now a chest. There we go, like right there. Plankages. Because I think dripstone should have its own. I thought I had a chest for that, though. I thought I did, but evidently I don't. Generic wood items. There we go. I mean, is the lighting here or lack thereof driving everybody else crazy? Because it's certainly driving me nuts. I mean, I can't reach up at this point anyway, so... Oh, hold on. Yeah, if I do that, I'm not going to be able to open the chest, so we need to go up one higher than that. And. Here's my absolute jank way of dealing with this. So much better. Well, it's not so much better. It's really just a little bit better, isn't it? How to deal with this. I know. We'll do that. And then that. How's that? Typical Thunderhand solution. Calm down, overpowered shovel. That's kind of silly looking, but it's certainly brightens the place up enough. Now we can see what's going on. Now you can probably see what's going on too. Always a good thing to let the viewers know what's happening. It is a visual medium. Let's see. Let's do this. And we said the entire purpose of this actually was dripstone bits. So anything to do with dripstone can go in there. Dark oak fence, that's kind of extraneous. Let's see what we got here. I was just looking to see if we had just tons of dripstone in one of these. Got a little bit right there, a little right there. Good enough. God, we have so many arrows. That's the last thing we need. Let's see here. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Oh, that one's easy. That's where I keep that stuff. Okay, and yeah, let's just do something like that. Let's clear up some of this. Great. Sandstone, right? Is that what this is? Yes, I think it is. Various type of stones. Have I mentioned how much I hate starting a new character? Is this in regards to the art stream? Art streaming? I love looking through the store because they have stuff like Worcestershire sauce in 4-liter bottles. Oh my God. I mean, it's good stuff. Approximately a gallon for the US folks. Yes, we understand that. I love places like that. Walk in and buy like 10 pounds of shrimp. Any man likes that. Just any man likes that. Mr. Hand, Mr. Relic, welcome on in. You should see the auto shout out up there for the one and only Supernova Relic himself. How's your Friday getting on, sir? Speaking of pride. Oh, I thought that was a Lone Star dig with a shield. And there's the mighty Waylander Tone. Hey, Thunder. Hey, sir. You should all see the auto shout out there for honorary buffoon Waylander Tone. I'm starting on loan, yeah. Any man likes what? A shop in which you can walk in and buy mass quantities of a certain item. Like Sage was talking about, you know, he can go to this Asian store and buy 4 liters, a 4-liter gallon container, a 4-liter container of Worcestershire sauce, just all in one go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Buying in bulk, as we say in the U.S. I thought I had gravel and flint here somewhere. I thought I did. Did I not? Or is that on Generations? Sometimes the old man gets confused, you know? There it is. There we go. And flint. Not that I really use a whole lot of flint, but great. Okay, that's good. And you know what? We can get rid of the scaffolding by putting it in its proper container. There we go. Oh, good. 3 empty shulkers. I like the look of that. Let's do some napping, shall we? So I introduced my Taiwanese friends to Belhaven Wee Heavy last night. Didn't have a lot of them because we had some driving and stuff to do, and we should be in quotes for that because it is 7.4% by volume. It's pretty heavy for a Scotch ale. A little sarcasm in that title, in that name, which is very Scottish. But they absolutely loved it. Of course, they're Taiwanese. Let's get rid of all the smooth stone because we do have a lot of it, and we may just shulkerify this. Let's do that. God, there's so much. I like to use this as a substrate for my redstone. I mean, it doesn't quite look so good, but as far as planning out redstone, it makes it easier to count blocks and stuff. So, you know what looked really nice is Nova over on his next door over there in his storage unit used Blackstone for the substrate for his redstone over there, and it looks really cool. It looks very cool. I like the look of it. Let me see the tech stuff. Let's do that, and let's do that. I'm actually going to need more shulkers, I think, which is somewhat remarkable. Tech stuff right here. What I really need is a proper storage system. Thunder. Hey, but look at how long I've gotten away with just doing that. But I actually like building storage systems, and now that Villager has built his copper golem storage system, wow, you know, that's tempting. It's very tempting. Seeing him go through that, and then it's like, yeah, you know, we needs to be doing something like that. Let me see. We've got the mud here. We're gonna need. Oh, we still have more. So for those of you who are just joining us, we're in the last 3 stages of this now. We need to do some cleanup, a little bit of cleanup. We need to build the fins down here, and then the last bit is putting in the eyes, and then we're walking away from this. We're moving on. Finally. On to better things. Okay, this all looks good. Hawk hands, please. Please. Okay, we got some stony stuff right here. And some more tough stuff. And some more just junk. Let me see. Blue dye we'll bring with us. Let's do that. So we'll make a little bit of room there. So the caption for this VOD will be in this stream. I organize stuff. I manage inventory. Thrills, chills, endless excitement. But hey, you know, it's a necessary step, you know, and I don't have to donate a lot of cognition to it, so it's kind of nice. I can interact with the chat a little bit, whether they like it or not. Yeah, we're good with that. I think. There's all the stone stuff. Let's get rid of all the ites. Andesite. Diorite. Granite. I got a little bit of tough stuff to get rid of right there and there. A little bit of gravelly bits here. Oh, let me see. I tell you, second best inventory management item of all time, incinerator. The first is right there. Coolness. Coolness. Yeah, we need that. We got some dirt right there, and then we're good. Let's go make another run. Bit by bit. Because this stuff needs to be cleared out of here. Because we're not going to be able to after the eyes are in... Ow. The eyes are in place. Pow. I'm going to leave a wee Gastonio right there for now. Let's see. I think we're good. I think we're good there. All right, let's tackle this kelp. That's been offending us for quite some time now. I need closure. That can stay. Let's do that. This can stay. I think I'm good. Do I need the light gray? I don't think so. I think this is black glass. It's not... black stained glass. Yes, it is. Great. Great. More of the ite. This is just all miscellaneous junk. Blue stained glass. That can stay there. Okay, all right. Let's just make a run with what we've got. And again, we're just cleaning up around here, getting ready to button up this build. Loan's tiny, so only maybe a few strokes of the pencil. You have a way to cart it back. Yes. Oh, I almost swore. Almost. That's okay. No problem with that. Almost is just fine. That's the problem. He just looks like two little scribbles. Oh, man. Get on with it flying. I'm going to get a screen grab of Goku from early Dragon Ball and trace the character. Oh, for Kai, right? Okay. Right. Money for Nothing. Money for Nothing's pretty good. It's not pretty good. It's very, very good. It just got quite overplayed in my day. which kind of ruins things. I hate it when that happens, especially to a good song. But the guitar intro to that can't be beat. It's just so good. Let me see. We want all the clay items right in there. We've just got a bunch of junk here, right? We're good there. Whew. Looks like a bunch of dirt. What do we got here? Oh, the kelp. Okay, cool. Is it nap time? Pretty much, yeah. Is it ad time yet? No, we still have 11 minutes. Good. All right. Let's see. I'm having to keep an eye on my phone because, you know, there's a high degree of interaction with the two families. Let's do this. We will put that there and there. And you know what? There's not a lot of this stuff, so let's just gather it all in the same chest. Okay, that's good. And I think we're all set for a lot of this stuff. This stuff can be brought back. That will be okay. Tinted glass we need to keep with us. Not keep here though, bring back with us. That's what I'm trying to say. Great, let's bust these down finally. Cool. All right, that stuff's going to stay in place for right now. Black concrete, powder black concrete. We need that, definitely. This we do not need. And that we do not need. We can bring these back, or at least bring the items back. We'll keep the shulkers here. Well, no, we should load up the shulkers and bring them back. That's working smart, which is something with which I'm unfamiliar. But I'm trying to get better. Self-improvement, or at least the effort of self-improvement, is an ongoing Thunderhand theme. Let's do this. Glass, glassiness, right there, there. Oh, the tinted cyan should stay with us, but the tinted glass should go there. Let's do some of this. Blackstone stuff. Where does that? Right there. Flying. Draw faster. Let's see. We have, what is this? Cracked deep slate bricks. So that's going to be probably here, right? I think smooth basalt I have just in the furnace stuff, and then that there. Right. Clay items, good. We're doing that. Light gray dye goes over here. Spruce fence, that's just random junk. Right. Again, all the sites. Andesite. Generic wood item. Bye-bye chest. Empty shulker. Good, 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 good. Good. Okay, I'm digging this. We need to start bringing some things back, actually. Let me see. We needed the types of glass. We're going to need a little bit of white glass. We're going to need some black stained glass. Just some regular. I'm probably only going to need like a stack of each. So let's get some black dye. What do we got here? That's blue dye. All right. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. Great. That's good. That's not good. That's better. Okay, cool. Let me see. Glass. Let's put any balances back. I think we're good there. And let me see. We've got this. We've got white. We need a little bit more of the cyan, I'm thinking. Cyan dye. Here we go. And I think that's it for glass, really. We might have to come back for some more glass, more black glass a little bit later on. But I think that's good. So let's do that. We need some blackstone. I think we have the mud is already there. That should be enough for the blackstone. We need some just good old plain tough. Of the ordinary variety. That might be enough of that. We have the cobbled deep slate. I think we're good there. And I think we have the black concrete over there. Yeah, I think we're okay. Let's bring this over and we'll then assess, shall we? We have 2 minutes before the ad break. Hey, Gaston. Straight up and then straight down. Splash. There we go. Cool. Looks like we have mud, Cyan dye just in case. It looks like we got a little bit more black glass. But we do need the black concrete, which is probably here, right? Yeah. All right, so we're good here. All right, let's see if there's anything we had forgotten. I think that's really the block palette for this. I think we're good. Flying. Remember which stream you're in, please. Naughty villager. He's a naughty boy. Okay. I think that's pretty cool, actually. Let us... I'm not a family-friendly villager. Okay, I am going to run 3 minutes of ads. We'll take a quick break for that, after which I shall be right back. Hey there, and we're back. Welcome on in, Eve. Eve, Thunder, Eve. You should all see the auto shout out up there for fellow buffoon. Call me Eve Gaming. Eve, I liked your last stream. If your last stream was, I know your last stream was Minecraft. I think you were in creative, finishing out your season 4 build. I thought that was super cool. Welcome back. Welcome on in. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I like the idea of it too. Hey there. Okay, I think the inventory management part of the stream is pretty much over. Yeah, I really like that season 4 build. I like the layout of it, so it's cool to see you finishing up on that. So that's on him. Okay. I think you should have just ignored that part and taken the credit for yourself, but you're too cool for that. Or at least I like to think you are. Okay. Let's do some sketching, shall we? Also scene switch. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. Hey, welcome to the stream. Of course, give credit where credit's due. All right, so bye-bye. Let us so we want to work out the fins here, right? Oh, villagers, stop it. You know, some villagers will do anything for attention. I'm touch starved. Oh, gross. Too much information. All right. I think we should sketch the strip running right down the back, and then we'll apply said fins. We'll grow the fins out from there. Because, you know, I did have a system in place for this. No, I forgot what it was. So let me see. This fin is about what? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 9, 10, 11. So I want this fin to be significantly bigger. So maybe 17? And eventually we want to pull this back like this. So let's do this. Because we're going to do some sketchy stuff with blocks. Let's restart the playlist too. Two. me see. 一二三四五六七八九十十一. That's a little too long. I'm thinking. How about? Gee, how about there? 十十一十二十三十四十五十六十七. How about that? Let's see what that does. Let's pull on back here. I regret to inform that Lone's face currently looks like Thomas the Tank Engine that belongs on a list. It has reached that stage of just trust him. That's a pretty long fin, I'm thinking, though. I want this fin to definitely be bigger than that one, but I think that's a little too much. Maybe instead of 17, I should only go 13. The Fat Controller had never heard so much moaning. So Sage just explained it's about your drawing flying. I was so confused. The important note of the interpretation of Frying's message there, flying. Say my Chinese, that was just some English. Frying villager. He's drawing Lone and is commenting on the art. Not Lone as a person. No, Lone the person does not in fact have this face, IRL. All right, let's pull back. Let's get some proportions here. Yeah, I think that's a little better for that fin. And then the next fin can be much bigger. Right. Now, how do I have the pattern here? Oh, yeah, I was making these like little intermediate fins along the side here. Okay, so I think I'm building out the middle fin first. Yeah, okay, cool. And let me see. You know, I think I want to go a little further out. So let's get some black stone. Well, we have black stone. We're fine. So I would like to... Now, how am I doing this one here? 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe 1, 2 like that. And maybe just 1 thusly. Let's pull back and have a butcher. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, let's go fetch the glass. I think we're at that stage. Let's see. We're going to need that. So let's do this. That's good. Digging it. I think my theme kind of goes like this. Black glass right there. Right. We're doing a little something. Oh, is this the blue glass and not the cyan? Blue stained glass. Son of a beetroot. Not a problem. We can we can switch it out. Both aren't wrong though, Sage. There's 100% a skill issue on my part. Be right back. Time to open the old Photoshop. Dora, welcome on in. The Project Zomboid gal herself. How you getting on, Dora? We have a chat just full of buffoons. Not a bad thing. Let's do that. This. You know what? Let's just craft up a stack. Dies. Let's do that. Let's do that. And like this. With this, a little bit like this, and that a little bit like that. And I think we're good. Back at it. Not too bad, a little tired. Okay, we'll just relax, chill out, enjoy the stream. For better or worse, I'll supply the worse. No one expected anything less of Villager. You should. Be afraid. Be very afraid. All right, so we're going to have to kind of curve this down. Yeah, if you could go ahead and just like curve that down a little bit, that'd be great, yeah. We want to take it kind of slow with that one. And then bring this one over to the side. Like that, maybe. And we have that like that. And then, you know, we need a little bit of highlights. Let's see what that curve looks like, though. You know, it's not exactly the best. I think for those proportions, I think we ought to extend this out a little bit more. Because I think I'm trying to get that kind of an arc on it. So let's do something like that, and we'll put some highlights in. But let's not put a highlight there. Let's add it right here, because this is like the bottom side. Oh, something like that. Let's pull back and let's have a look. Okay, not too bad. Chat, just hang in. I'll take a look over there. I'll have a gander in just a moment. We could do that and that. You know what? This is a little clunky. Let's pull this. Okay, I'm feeling better about this. And so let's also get this. Okay, that's not bad. Right, and now I've got the smaller fins running down the side. We'll bring that one down. Boa Cars, hey, welcome on in, Bo. Should all see the auto shout out up there for fellow Minecrafter and streamer and modded man himself, Boa Cars. Welcome on in. How you been? Have you considered putting glow lichen on the spine fins? You know, to get the Godzilla look and everything of the glowing fins, I was very tempted to do that, villager. I was. But you know what? I think this is good enough. You know, I really don't want to, because I can't really get the fins looking good enough. I really don't want to draw too much attention to them, so they're kind of just suggested, the lower ones. So I really don't want to highlight them too much. I was thinking that, though. I had considered that. Let's get some muddy bits and some tough. Got that, and we've got that too. And how am I doing this here? Okay, I think I'm doing that. Kind of like that. So let's put down the path of the mud blocks first. Wow, with the speaking, so hard. Good, we'll go in like this. Right. Then the way I have these things going, these ones on the outer sides are a little smaller than the inner ones. So we can do something like... something like... Wow. My hands are really struggling right now. Where did that shovel go? Gonna need that. Water bucket, we're gonna need that. So maybe something like this. right? And we'll fill in that water, those air gaps. That's not bad. It feels like it's a little top heavy. Maybe pulling off these corners here might help. Yeah, that might do it. That's pretty good. That'll do. Okay, just thought I'd throw it out there if you hadn't even thought about it yet. I did kind of briefly consider it, so we're thinking along the same lines there. Been hot, sticky, and running low on patience. I want to play on my SMP starting in 2 weeks. Living out there in the southeast coast. You know, kind of ironically, it's been kind of cool here for the summertime, especially for August here out in the desert. My friends from Taiwan are pretty surprised, actually. It's as cool as it is. We usually have this weather in June. They call it the June gloom. And it's usually overcast in the morning, and then it burns off in the afternoon, and it's pretty hot. But here we are in the middle of August. Let's actually bring this out a little bit like that. It's going to stick out a little bit further than that one. And a little bit further down, I'm thinking. Like this. Let me see, we'll just a little something like that. And maybe this, that. Now, is this how I have this going? Yeah, it is. Okay, great. Maybe not quite as far out there as that. Maybe we'll bring it in a little bit right here. And right there. Okay, that's cool. I think we're going to have to be satisfied with that. I think they're kind of, they're kind of big though. Let's pull this one in a little bit more because it's nearly blocking the entire fin. Let's do this. That's a little better. It's a little weird looking because this fin is supposed to be folded inward, sort of, into his shoulder blade. So I think it's the way that I have these in place like this. I think we need to do something like this one's a little too far in. It's looking. So we'll do something like that. Then we can bring this one back in. Then that will allow us to pull this one in. I think that's good enough. Again, you know, it's going to be hard to see this from up above, so. But I think this is really the last colored fin we really need to put in, because we do have this wall now and it's starting to move downward. So let me see, we put that one at what, 13? So I think this one here, we can go put this one at sun. And you know what, let's do that. Put a little space in between them. Her. Ooh. Leo Chiba Joe. Am I out? So we're left off at 9.是11、12、13、14、15。Then I think we ought to switch. Actually, these should be the black stone, not the mud. That's why. Fuck! Place. I knew something was wrong. Cilio. Searchy, like that. Okay, cool. But when we get down to here, we'll just do these muddy bits here. We'll just replace those with the black stone as we get down. And the black stone we'll replace probably with the black concrete. Yeah, let's do that. How am I doing for time here? 12:38. We have 22 minutes left of the stream. We got plenty of time. So that's what we got going right there. So far, we need another big fin right here. That's black stone, black stone. Where's the black concrete powder? Black concrete. All right, so if we're doing black concrete now, this lower fin, I actually want the curve to be a little bit greater. So I want the curve to come up like that before it curves down. So concrete powders, let's go maybe E or sun like that. And then, or maybe just. And let's just put the tough in there as a spacer. Make it a little steeper. That's what I want. Oh, that's right. Let's head out and then we'll curve down. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm thinking something like that. I think that's the general shape I can go for there. But now we need to make sure that we're on the same axis here. Right, good. I think I know what I'm going to do here now. We'll do that. That. This, and this, like this. Okay, cool. Let's switch over to the black stone now. Thinking like that. And now we have to kind of taper this down like this. But this might actually take more of an S shape now. It might start to curve this way until it gets to right about the midpoint and then maybe down a little bit. So I'm going to sketch this out in tough first because it's easy to break, and then we'll do glass. So let's get the trailing edge of it in place, and then we'll replace it with glass. We'll do that. I would like to be able to at least get this fin down here finished on this stream. I think I can do it. And then since the fins grow in size, I really think I'm only going to do about maybe one more fin. I'll probably do that off camera. It's not steep enough. That is. All right. All right. We can do something like... All right, now let me see. I have to do something like that. Okay. Like this. See what that shape kind of looks like. Pretty good. I think I need a transition right about here, though. Maybe a little smooth that out a little bit. That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, it kind of looks like a line straight down there, though. So maybe I need a little bit of a bulge right here. Yep, we're getting there. We're getting there. No. Again with the swimming and the pulling up at the last moment. I hate that. Maybe something like that. Here. I think that's a little too much right there. Pull that out. Of course, this is the thing I suck the most at. Is trying to do this kind of organic stuff. Ugh. Okay, I think that shape's all right. Plus, we'll have the shapes next to it too, so I think it's okay. Let's load up on some black glass, and instead of doing the black, the blue, and the highlights and white, let's do almost all black and then the highlights in blue. Gets a little bit darker as it goes down. I'll do that. Right. Right. Or maybe we'll do just a little bit of blue at the top to make a transition. Like. Maybe. Maybe something like that. Okay, that's a little bit better. All right, this kind of looks like a leading edge, so let's do something like this. We'll put a little bit of blue right there. But then this is going to be almost all black now. I think we're going to need some more blue glass. Something like that. Ugh. We're gonna have to go back for some more glass. Wow, this used up so many more resources than I thought it would. Let's at least install the black glass while we're here. Let's do that, and then we'll dot in the blue stuff after we go fetch it. Then I'm thinking we just like do a little bit of that. And you know what? We can do the same here. We can at least do like almost something like that on either one. Just to create like a little shadow there or something, I suppose. Oh God, here he comes. I saw you way over there. Let's see. Where was I? Right here. Am I out? I think I am. Nope. Oh, I'm almost out. Oh, he must be on the inside. Ha! Okay, we're going to need more glass. But not a lot more. We're going to need more black stained glass. but let's just do a stack of each. I think we should be fine. And let's pull back and let's see if we're getting the transition well enough here. Yeah, you know, I think that works. I think that's okay. I think that's good. Let me see. We really only need a couple of stacks. We're kind of done with the white, so we'll bring that back with us. We certainly don't need the cyan now. What do we got going on over here? We're good here. Great. Quick resupply. How am I doing for time here? I have 7 minutes left of the stream. Wow, that went by quick, huh? So let's make 2 stacks of the black stained, and we'll make a stack of the blue. Glass, right over here. That's the tinted. We have a little bit of blue here, but I think I need a little bit more. Okay, so let's do this. Dyes. Let's do that. Get some of that and some of that. Oh, we're actually going to need... What did I do with that black dye? Right here? We're going to need more than that. There we go. And we'll need some of that. We're actually going to need probably that much. Okay, good. We've done that. Here's our stack of the blue. There's our 2 stacks of the black. We can return the white. We're done with that. Thank you very much. Let's do that. Return that, and that. I think we're good. Let's hustle on over. We have a fin to finish. I know there's a pun in there. Just... let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's put the, in the offhand like that. I'm just gonna finish this all, I'm just going to finish this all out in the black, and then I'll just put in the blue highlights. Then here and here, like that. And I'm thinking maybe that. And we're good. And let's just knock in some blue highlights. Maybe. Like right on these upper edges, like here maybe. Maybe one here, maybe. Yeah. I think that'll do it for that one. That's good enough. I think that's good enough. If you're up here, you'll see that, you know, it's not meant to be examined up close. It's because, believe me, you will not be able to get close to that. It just has to be enough of a hint to know that something's there. And then if we're up there on Gaston, you should be able to see Gastonia. But if you see it from above like this, maybe I made the transition a little too quick. No, maybe not. Yeah, I think that'll do. Okay. It feels like it's a little abrupt between this one and this one. But I don't know. I think it'll be okay. It's like maybe these bottom parts of the fin on this one right here, maybe I should transition these ones into black. I don't know. But I think if I start doing stuff like that, then I start niggling around with blocks, and then, you know what? It takes forever. No. How much time do I have left of the stream? I have 2 minutes. Let's wrap up. Let us wrap up, shall we? There we go. Ugh. I think that's a good enough thumbnail right there. That's my thumbnail pose. Okay, switch on over to the camp scene. And you know what? I'm going to jump on over to Cheska's stream because yesterday it was Cheska's birthday. And I want to say hi. Let's do that. Let's set up the raid. There, up above in the chat, you can see the chat message. You can copy and paste that into the chat if you'd like to join us along on this raid. Let's set up the raid itself for Cheska. There, and said raid is now counting down. Family-friendly viewers, be reminded that Cheska's stream is intended for mature audiences, very much so. But it is a lot of fun. She's a fellow buffoon. We have a lot of shared community. Chances are you'll see people there that you know. Just remember, everyone, that we do this Buffooncraft SMP stream every Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream will be on Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If Kachi feels like streaming, it'll be a Kachi time stream. If not, it'll probably be a Generation stream, probably a Baby Zombie Rush stream. We'll see. The stream after that will be Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be another Generation stream, and that'll depend on what happens Sunday. That could either be Baby Zombie Rush or it could be this Gen 5 Survival World. Everyone, thanks for joining me on today's stream. It was a lot of fun. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, your evening, your morning, wherever you happen to be. We are raiding out to Genie right now. Bye for now, everyone.